Hello, hello, hello. Hello, y'all, and welcome to another Mindfulness Monday. So today, I'm going to continue, as I've been talking about it the last few weeks, something called the shift. Again, the shift is about learning to shift your perspective, learning to shift your spaces, learning to shift what you're thinking about, learning to shift what you are intaking, everything, because it's so much happening in the world outside of us and around us. Okay? So now is a great time to focus on and to tune in on what's happening on the inside. If you can't change what's happening outside of you, work on the things that you can change. So today's Mindfulness Monday is about continuing the shift. Okay? So last week I talked about shifting and cleaning up your house when it comes to what you're feeding your mind, different things that you are reading, different posts that you may come across, different energies that you are allowing to just welcome into your space. If it's not serving who you are, y'all, if it's not growing you, if it is not contributing to who you are becoming, excuse me, get some of this stuff about your way. The week before that, I talked about the shift in a sense of however your rooms are set up, however your spaces are when you walk into them. Shift the dynamic of the room, shift the space in a way that does not represent and reflect how you always see it. What that does to your mind, it creates expansion. It's creating a way for you to see how you can expose yourself to different things that are always and already around you without having to step outside of yourself or outside of your spaces to feel like you're growing. Okay? So with today's Mindfulness Monday, we're going to again work with these three parts. So the first, of course, is being intentional. Always having an intention. So the intention behind today's Mindfulness Monday is the shift. I'm going to go into that further. The second part is giving you an action, just a step that you can take if you'd like to receive it, that you can practice and implement this mindfulness technique into your everyday practice. That way you are living intentionally, you are feeling more present and grounded right now. And you have an action step that you can take to reflect that. Okay? Speaking of reflection, the last part and the third part is reflection. So after you've taken that action, sitting with yourself, either just by literally sitting with yourself, writing out how you're feeling, or just finding a way to get out and reflect how you feel. Okay? To make sure that you guys are right here, right now, with me in this moment, tuned in to this moment, I want you to just pause with me if you're watching this. I want you to first put both of your feet flat on the ground, okay? Both of your feet. Feeling your big toes and your pinkies planted in the surface beneath you. Gently, slowly, and softly lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. Feeling your heels in the surface beneath you. Allowing yourself to connect with your natural breathing. And first, just think about what made you press play on this live. Connect with that. What brought you here? What are you hoping to receive? What are you hoping to hear? Just set your own personal intentions. Hearing and connecting to the sounds naturally happening around you. And finding complete stillness. Inhale. Exhale, let go anything not serving you in this moment. Again, just set an intention. It can just be how you'd like to feel, what you'd like to gain clarity on. This time and space in this moment is for you. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release anything that's not serving you in this moment. Allowing yourself to feel your feet firmly planted beneath you. While you have your attention on your feet, understand that the ground beneath you, the surface beneath you, the universe beneath you has you. If you fall, as we all do, you are supported and you will be caught. Inhale. Exhale, let go. When you feel grounded in this moment, when you feel completely present, in your own time and at your own pace, slowly open your eyes to the space around you. Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So the action for today. Let me just tell you about the perspective of the shift for today. So my intentions were to plant a new seed today because I've grown an interest in gardening. I've grown an interest in planting things. But I can also relate that to so many different areas of my life because I've learned just a different perspective of the cycle of life and living in death and planting things, okay? When I plant different things, when I plant different seeds, it takes the right amount of attention, it takes the right amount of water, it takes the right amount of sunlight in order for that thing to flourish, in order for it to grow. This can also be related to anything that we place as a new idea, a new thought, a new perception in our own personal lives. That goal, y'all hear me? You plant it, and then you nurture it, you feed it, you give it everything that it needs in order for it to grow. And it may not happen overnight. It takes time. But with this plant and with these plants, they also have time when they die before you even see the full fruition of that little plant, that little seed. And the first thing that I ever planted was a marigold. And it died on me after a few days of me seeing the leaf. I got so excited. And I kind of relate that now to being prematurely excited and exposing other people to things that I just saw the first speck of it. Y'all hear me? So sometimes when you have your goals, sometimes when you have your dreams, your aspirations that you are planting as new seeds, keep that joy. Hold on to that joy. Embrace that joy and be with your things and your moments and your goals and your dreams as they're happening. But let them develop some more before allowing other people to see the fruits of that labor. Y'all hear me? In other words, I'm saying continue to mind thine own business and you get happy with what you're seeing being done. You get happy with seeing all of the hard work that you've put into nurturing this thing and nurturing this thought and actually seeing the fruits of that labor actually happening. You enjoy that for a moment because everybody's not going to be happy to see your plant sprout. So you have to protect it. Y'all hear me? Another thing that I've learned when it comes to a shift in perspective with planting seeds is when my plant died, it made me, first of all, I was sad. and it made me very uncomfortable. I didn't know how to bury it. I felt like I was disrespecting something that was really alive by putting it in a trash bag. So I had to shift my perspective. So when it comes to planting seeds, planting ideas, and starting new things, and just watching your goals and dreams grow, excuse me, first nurture it, cover it, protect it, but also understand that everything happens in seasons. Seasons come to an end. Unfortunately, life does as well. And for my plant, its time had come to an end. So I had to learn how to accept grief and to accept difficult things happening naturally. So once my plant died, I tied it in a bag, and I allowed myself to deal with the idea and the fact that something that I was caring for actually just, it left. But again, here comes that shift, because once I trashed that one, or, got rid of it, I was able to plant a new idea. I was able to plant a new seed, nurture a new seed, nurture a new plant, until it grew into something large. And once I did that again, here comes that shift in perspective. Once I did it again, after going through that entire process and understanding that seasons happen, I understood that may be the case for this new plant, that the leaves may turn brown and one day it just might die on me. But I already had that unfortunate expectation of knowing that some things come to an end, but then I'll be able to begin again. Y'all hear me? So again, the intention for today's Mindfulness Monday. Sometimes we have to, or it is great to, find a shift. If you have not watched the last few Mindfulness Mondays, please do so. I may be going on a journey, and I may be taking you guys with me, but everything goes through different seasons, and you get to decide if you are going to remain in summer when the shift is telling you now it's time to fall. Y'all hear me? So if you are interested in practicing these mindfulness techniques, incorporating them into your life, just to see how the shift can affect you, I highly encourage you. Just try it. You never know until you try. So again, speaking on the shift, if you are in a room, if your bed has always been positioned up against this wall right here, move that bed so that it's sitting up against this wall over here. And watch how different you sleep, because you shifted the lens. You turned the position of how you viewed something. You see what I'm saying? You created new space. You created newness in the surroundings and in the environment that you are every day. The reason why this shift is so important is because a lot of times we expect for things to change, or we want to go to another city, we want to go to another place so bad because we need newness. But let's learn to create newness from where we are. The shift. Let's learn to view other ways of thinking of things instead of the ways that we always have been thinking about them. Let's learn to remove different things from our space and our lens that are not growing us or serving who we wish to become. The shift. Okay? So again, today's action when it comes to Mindfulness Monday is to shift the way that you think about something that you've always thought about. For me, that was life and death. The way that I was able to shift my perspective was watching my plant go from a seed that I planted to something that I had to tie in a bag and then replant a new seed and then nurture that one and watch that one grow, and then replant another seed, watch that one grow and then wither off. You see what I'm saying? The shift. But it gave me a different perspective. The shift, y'all. So much happening around us. Again, so much happening around us, but not inside of us. So how about, instead of worrying about everything that's happening around you that you cannot change, shift the perspective, change what you can. Shift the space in the room. Only allow yourself to view and hear things that you would like to attract. And all the rest of that mess, excuse me. Okay? So after you've done this shift in perspective today, just reflect on it. How you reflect is your business. Okay? If you have allowed anyone to steal your joy today, I challenge you to take your power back. If you're not sure how to do that, first acknowledge the fact that you've allowed somebody to just rock your boat. Once you've acknowledged that, ask yourself, do I want to continue to feel this way? Especially being that they caused me to. Do I want to give this much of myself and my energy to that person? Ask yourself that. And if the answer is yes, that's your business. But you're allowing someone your peace and you're giving your power to the next person in order to control and to be responsible for your emotions. Unacceptable. And the reason that I can speak on that is because I've been there. Been there and done that. Unacceptable. Unacceptable to expect someone else to hold space and carry your emotions. So you tend to them first and then set those boundaries. Don't allow anyone to steal your joy. If you are the person that you've allowed to steal your joy because you are talking negative to yourself, because you are allowing that little voice in your head that keeps telling you you're tired, you're ignoring that little voice that keeps telling you that you aren't good enough, that you can't have all that you desire and deserve, shake it off and take your power back. Y'all hear me? One way that you can do that is by practicing being mindful, not worrying about what just happened or happened in the past, not worrying about what is getting ready to happen or will be or should be, and just breathe. Take a pause. Again, plant both of your feet in the ground. And with that, know that in this moment right here, I'm present. In this moment right here, I feel great. In this moment right here, I am in full control of how I feel. You hear me? And once you breathe all of that in, carry that into your next moment, and then the next moment, and then the next moment. But you create that foundation of how you'd like to feel in your 2 feet planted firmly where you are by connecting to that. Okay? So take your power back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Mindfulness Monday. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feedback, I'd love to hear it. Okay? Yes, mindfulness to live in the present moment is amazing. Practice it daily. And once you practice it daily, start practicing it more so in each moment. And y'all have an amazing, amazing night, amazing morning. Set those intentions of how you'd like to feel. And then say, excuse me to anything that's not rocking with what you said, okay?